Hey y'all, welcome to DIDN Homesteading. I am Jamie and I have a conundrum. We're supposed to have some cold weather in a couple of days down to 31 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. Probably just below freezing. 32 is freezing. So I have sweet potatoes flowering. And I had already seen flowers that had bloomed out here. And I don't remember them ever blooming twice. If you know if they bloomed twice, let me know, because these all went in about the same time and I had already seen blooms. So I had planned to come out here to dig around to see if I had any sweet potatoes. And now I'm like, how low could they possibly take the temperature? It's not meant to be long. Our first frost isn't meant to be for at least another month. So this would be a month early frost if it does freeze. You never can trust the weather. But it could mean it could go lower than they say, or it could mean it won't freeze at all. So everything I've looked at shows that they can handle like 37 degrees Fahrenheit if it's just like a quick light bit. But I think I'm gonna dig around and see if we have anything. And I didn't really plant these for food, but I would really like to, if there is food, to go ahead and dig them up and then have my potatoes ready to make slips again, because I've used this mainly as ground cover this year in our little orchard area, and it helps suppress a lot of the weeds. So it did its job, but we're gonna find out if we have any sweet potatoes. As you may have seen, there's quite a lot of bees in here. There's some really big white bees that are in the way as well. But I'm gonna have to find where they actually start at, because I don't remember where I planted them all. And we'll have a little look around to see if there's anything in there. I can't imagine they would have had time to root along their path, but we'll see. There's a little tiny bit of a root right there, but I seriously doubt that's going to be anything. Ooh, look at them. See right there? These are red sweet potatoes, so that, if it would have had enough time, would have became a sweet potato as well as there. So anything further this way towards the end isn't going to have anything. See how they get smaller and smaller? So let's see what we can find. They're just everywhere. I hate to get rid of all these lovely flowers, but I think it's a needed to do, because I really don't think they're going to survive. Alright, I'll take you in close and let you see if I can find anything. Okay, so I've just kind of went along a little bit and pulled them up and just followed it back to where it got super viney, just somewhere over here. Look, it went from just these in the ground to that. Hopefully it's bright enough you can see. And that might be a sweet potato. Let's see. We're going to at least pull out one and see what we get. Ugh. Yeah, they're definitely not going to be... Look, see, that would have been one. And this would have been one. And there is a decent-ish one here. Oh, geez. Trying to do this one-handed ain't no joke. Okay, so there is one. really long one there. Let me get my tool. Got my favorite garden tool. It's called a Hori Hori. Now I won't have to pull and struggle against all of them.
I've got my favorite tool. It's a diggy diggy.
Try not to break this. Come look at this. Look how long this is. Look.
Yeah.
So that is like the longest sweet potato I have ever seen. Look. Look.
Oh yeah.
We got one. So that's good. At least I'll be able to have some to root them out again for next year. And I guess I need to have a little bit of a dig around and see if there's anything else in here. Okay, so that's right about where we dug this one out. And look how thick that is. Let me cut this. It is just going wild. Look at that. Look how thick that is. From this, which I did not put anything but slips in the ground. So we have this one here. And then this root, it just goes on and on and on. I've never seen it like that before. And then starts making tubers again, which is normal. And there it was trying to make another one. But for this to be so thick, that's just crazy. Let me know if you've seen them like that before. And I'm gonna have a little bit of a dig around where that one tuber came out, just in case there's anything there. But I'm happy with just these two and this long root thing. Maybe that root thing will go ahead and sprout me some slips for next year too. But I don't know. Oh, there's a little one. We'll put that over there in our pile. Look at these vines. The roots are just crazy. Let's have a little look. And this is all new soil for this area. This has only been in here, I think, a year now. So I figured it'd be pretty loose so we could find anything. But it could be a lot more compacted because we had like 0 rain this year. Look at all those lovely vines. For one, I just think they're absolutely beautiful, and they are edible, but I have never eaten them or used them. So maybe we'll have to figure out some sort of recipe and try them out together. And if you have a recipe for how you use them, please let me know in the comments. I'm interested to learn. And I know all sorts of cultures do all sorts of things with all sorts of different ingredients, and we sure like to try out other cultures. I don't want to really dig this up a whole lot because this is technically like a no-dig area. Oh look, there's something there. Now I can't tell if it's a weed or not, but we'll dig it out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a weed. And I think this is 5 max plants. But who knows? Was it here? And look, this is like the only weed right here in this one area. So I am very impressed with how much it suppressed the weeds in this area. We were struggling with a lot of weeds in this new area. And it has definitely done what we asked it to. By suppressing weeds. What is that? Looks like concrete. Now I gotta see what it is. We really never know what we're gonna find in this yard. When we first moved in and dug the first garden and we tilled back then, we found old pipes and tail lights. Now look at that. Never ever know. I don't even know what that is. Maybe one of them borders. The concrete borders with the scalloped edge. I can't really tell. It looks kind of thick and heavy to be that. The things definitely won't like that in the ground, will it? There's another thing. Huh. Just never know. Yeah, that's gotta be some sort of border. But anyway, let's go look and see. Oh, look! 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 Holy cow! Never did I expect to find one that big. Jeez. I thought for sure they didn't have time. I planted them late. And now they're flowering again. But look at that. Broke off a little bit of the tip, but that'll be alright. Jeez. Can you see how lovely and purple it is? I love color in the garden. Oh, I'm excited. I'm gonna just put this one with my little stack over here, and then we'll see what all we find. I cannot believe it. I did not expect anything. Now I'm gonna try to be real careful. And you know what's really cool is hopefully if I leave them in the ground, leave any in the ground, they should come back next year. And I'd much rather have sweet potatoes growing in here, suppressing the weeds. Oh, that's too cool. Then a whole bunch of weeds that I have to fight. Alright, I'm going to gather up these vines that are all out here, and we'll see where else we have to dig. And y'all wish me luck that there's no fire ants out here, because I have been battling fire ants all daggum year. And I just want to mention that these are definitely free potatoes, which I don't know where I originally got them from. I think I might have got the slips from a nursery a couple of years back. Yeah, definitely. A couple years back I got slips, purple sweet potato slips. And last year I tried growing them in an area that I had extra manure and compost sitting. And they did all right, but I don't think there was near enough sun for them to do anything. But they grew some, at least the size of my thumb, which, by the way, hit thumbs up for this video. But at least the size of my thumb. There might have been one that was double the size. but they grew slips for these. So that's how you can make perpetual sweet potatoes, is just to save some to grow slips every year. Oh, look, I don't even know where it came out. That's definitely where we need to be. So yeah, they were more like this size last year. And so even when you're doing a test run, just trying to learn how to grow sweet potatoes, which by the way, I've only grown them for a few years. You can keep using what you've grown, and you don't have to keep buying it. And I absolutely love that. Can you see that? I hope you can see that. There's another little one, which probably broke off of this one. Try to get all this out the way. And I think I see where they came from. Right there. Y'all know what these are? I don't. But I know they're weeds. But if it's something that's medicinal, let me know so I quit pulling them up. But at this point, we're just going to pull them up. Oh, 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 can you see? Let me make sure you can see. Right there. Yes, you can see. Holy moly. Holy crap, I can't believe it. Y'all, get you some sweet potato slips and grow them, because this is very satisfying. And there's literally no work involved. You get the slips, you throw them in the ground, make sure they're watered in decently. And then the only water this area got was when we watered our trees out here. So they survive on neglect and heat. And there's ants over there that I'm disturbing. And they're all around this poor little citrus.
Mom,
Yes, ma'am.
come here.
All right.
What?
All right, I'll be right there.
Okay.
You should be out here, sister.
What?
You should be out here.
Why?
Holy moly, look at that root. That ain't no sweet potato.
Come smell this.
That's scary. Okay, let me go smell whatever it is she wants me to smell. Okay, so it was some of those fall plug-in things that she wanted me to smell that we just got in an order. And they smell absolutely delicious. I don't know what this root goes to, so we're gonna leave it, because I don't want to jack up any of my citrus. And I think that's it for this little spot too. Like I said, I'm not too bothered if I leave any. We wanted to just see what we got. Alright, let's see if we have any more. Get away from them fire ants. If you know how I can get rid of these fire ants around, say, like a little baby citrus, let me know, because I don't want to put ant poison around, and I think hot water would damage it. And hot water is the only thing I have found that would work this year. And some of these things are turning into trees. Look at this. This right here. That's a doggone tree. We're not growing that kind of tree. This is why I love this tool, because I can be out here doing one thing and get distracted and then start weeding. And it helps me cut out some stuff. All right there is a blackberry bush. I'm sure I need to cut that back or let it fall over in the ground and get rooted. But we have a lot of grass back here. We never finished weeding. And then let me show you this. All of that. That's over a 6-foot fence. It's tree. All of that is over a 6-foot fence and has grown this year. And somewhere in there is also muscadine grapes. So we're gonna have to come through and get all these trees out of here and finish weeding this at some point. A lot of people get sad when the summer garden is gone, but around here it's kind of a relief because it's just brutal. So we do what we can, and it's kind of like survival gardening, except you're just trying to survive while you're gardening instead of gardening to survive. So at this point, I'm just trying to throw in the garden whatever I can, and anything that germinates gets to stay. Ooh, and I did buy some frost fabric because I still have peppers in the garden, and I still have eggplant. Gotta get rid of that. Eggplant, which I might harvest those, and I'm gonna have to most likely harvest my green tomatoes. So I'm gonna need to do something with those, which I've never done anything with green tomatoes because I've never had them this late in the season to do anything with. But bought frost fabric. I think I bought enough to cover my raised beds. So I think the tomatoes are gonna be a sacrificial offering. And everything else is moved up underneath my shade cell, like my plumerias and anything else that's gonna be more frost tender, because it's just not time to put them up for the year yet. They still have a whole nother month where they should be good, and that's just too much work to bring them in and out. So I've moved them underneath my shade cell over there, and that'll be their frost fabric, so nothing can collect on them for the 1 or 2 nights, and then they can go back out into the beautiful sunshine where you sweat to death. But anyway, let's get back on task. I'm gonna clean up a little bit so we don't lose anybody. I'm very interested to find out more about this big old giant thick root. And I might save ones like this too and see if they'll keep, although I feel like they're going to shrivel before they have time to set anything. And there's lots and lots of little roots all throughout here. Ones like this I'm just going to leave. Okay, I think we have at least one more area, and I think it's right here somewhere. And it is really hard to see what y'all can see today. So let's have a look around anyway. Ooh, I think it is right here. That was a lucky guess. I don't know how I remembered that. Look, there's a part ripped off right there. Ha 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 ha. Look it! Another one! Anybody else like digging potatoes and sweet potatoes like it's a treasure hunt? I absolutely love it. Sister usually does too, but we have made some quick hurry plans for tonight. So she is trying to get her chores done. That way we aren't falling behind for our week. or she would be out here too. It had a definitely good root system going on. Right here, it's got like the thicker roots coming out, and then it shoots off everywhere. So maybe, just maybe, we'll have another one around this area. That was big like that. Jeez, my yard art got hammered. This is 1-year-old yard art that was around my blueberries to keep birds out of them, which it did work. This ground is pretty dense right here, so I can't imagine. You hear it? Very, very thick right there. Better here. So we'll just have just a quick little look around just in case somebody's hiding in here, but I think that is probably it. Okay, so for sure 2 big ones and a few smaller ones, but I just can't believe this, y'all. I'm just shocked that we got this at all. So these will store well for us. You really need to cure your sweet potatoes. So if you're in a colder climate, you want to dig them, plant them out and dig them up a lot sooner than I am. But in my area, my house is going to stay warm inside for a long time. Warm and sunny is what you want to cure them in for a couple of weeks, and their skin will get a little harder, but they'll also sweeten up inside once you cure them to be more like what you expect a sweet potato to be. But we're going to save these and watch them, because there's a little splitting right here, which cracks me up. Ah! No pun intended. But if they start to get a little mushy or whatever, then we'll just cook them and see if we can get any of those bigger things to give us some slips for next year. And then we have this massive pile of leaves. I'm probably going to go through there and harvest enough for my family of 4, and then the chickens can dig through the rest of this and have a good old time with them. So let's go through and collect some. And I am definitely going to collect from this end down. Can you see? Y'all tell me yes if you can. I can't hear you. But anyway, I'm going to go through and collect any of them that look real pretty, because we have lots to pick from. I'm not going to use the stem. I feel like that's going to be tougher, which I believe the vine and the stem and everything is edible on this. Let me know if I'm wrong. And we're going to wash those off, and I might need to freeze them, because like I said, we have plans tonight, and I feel like they are just going to wilt and lose quality real quick. So I'm going to just go through and finish this, get enough for us, and then we'll go bring the rest to the chickens. Alright, that's how much I got. It's at least enough for everybody to try it out, and then we'll know for next year if we need to keep more or not. Are they in it yet? So that's the last of it that I'm going to throw over here. And the pretty girls. Well, I guess there's one boy. He's kind of pretty too. We'll enjoy digging through all of that. I don't even know if they'll eat the leaves, but we'll find out. The rest, there's just a few left they can compost in place. And then that'll just help build my soil for next year as well. What are y'all doing? Come check it out. Come on, Gravy. Gravy's gonna be a brave girl. We had a rooster named Biscuit. So we had Biscuit and Gravy. We also had one named Pickle that was a rooster, but they had to find new homes. Because unfortunately we live in city limits still, but hopefully one day we'll be able to change that. And then we can have a whole area dedicated to unwanted roosters. And then we'll try them living together. I've seen a lot of things where if you just have roosters together and no hens, then they'll be fine. And then we can just keep one rooster with our hens. But look at them. That right there in the front's Dusty. And that one, red one, is Brownie. And the big chunky gray one to the right is Penguin. And we have Granny and one I have no idea what the name is further back with our rooster whose name is Leo. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate all your time you spend with me and anything you do that's helping our channel grow. We really appreciate it. We can't do it without you guys. And I'm gonna go in and get some drink and try to figure out what I can do with these green tomatoes, because they're not done growing. There's just a few little cherry tomatoes. Let me show you. My hands are disgusting. But few little cherry tomatoes that are starting to ripen. And I'm gonna take those in and let them ripen in the window. But I don't think that we're gonna have enough time. And these plants are loaded. So I don't wanna let our cool experiment that ended up working and giving us so much produce go to waste. So let me know if you have any green tomato recipes, and we'll try to do a green tomato recipe of some sort. And then of course test out to see if any will ripen together. Anyway, love you, bye.